Hello and welcome back to the wild. My name is Victoria. This here is Eric, and this is now my whole year spent on YouTube. And I thought I'd share some hearts, some words, and just a bit of details about my journey with a year on YouTube. And I'm in the UK. It's currently raining, so I hope this is okay. I'm bringing this discussion from my van because this is where I live. So we'll see how this goes. So a year ago I posted my first ever vlog, which was a guide to self-portrait photography. And little did I know that that moment then would bring me to this moment right here, right now. And that is what I wanted to share with you. So let's get on with it.
I know it's nothing new, but it's so good to see you. We do this every day, and I'm still so amazed by you. So hold me tight through the night. It's just us two, me and you.
Okay, so just a bit of heart to why I started my YouTube channel. And I have always had such a love for photography, being creative, expressive, out there. It's very much my personality. And I found YouTube a great way to express what is in my heart. That's what it is for me, because I found other social media platforms like Instagram just to be very meh. They're just linear. They're just there. You just put a picture up and that's it. There's no expression of character, of personality, of being unique, because you have an algorithm that works against you because it wants you to follow trends like everyone else, and that's not what I wanted to do. I don't want to be like everyone else. I think everyone has a beautiful way about themselves that you should, I don't know, explore and put that out there. But yeah, social media worked against that, whereas YouTube allowed this door of creativity and individuality to open up and explore yourself, and it's amazing. So I went with the theme of wild because I am wild, my name is wild, everything I do is in the wild, and I wanted that to be my personality. I wanted to show a bit of true heart and true spirit on YouTube, and I did that through my cinematic filming and through my vlogs. And it's so wonderful to share your journey, whether it be hiking vlogs or reviews or things like this, and I've loved every minute of it. So that's where kind of YouTube began for me. And that brings me to the now. I'm here. So what happened? So I started out on YouTube with my vlog about self-portrait photography, as I had so many people ask me about self-portrait work, how I do my photos. So I thought I'm just going to show them, because it's really hard to explain it typing it out. So I thought I'd just do a video. So it started off with that, and I got a really good response. And then I thought I'm going to talk more about my equipment and why I use it, because I had a lot of people asking as well the best lenses to use for self-portrait photography. I was like, I don't know, but I just explained what I had, my experience of using it, and that's with Fujifilm equipment. And it just went from there, really. I just started talking about all my equipment, and I just wanted to come at it from a different perspective. I just wanted to talk more about the heart and the love for photography, what it means to me, why I do photography, and just the equipment I use, just from a user experience. That was the main thing for me. Yeah, I was just so surprised at the response and how supportive people have been, the community that's been built around this, and just hearing everyone's photography journey has just been incredible, absolutely incredible. At the time I started off with my reviews inside, because I was like, oh, I don't know, I have to do it in a studio kind of setup. But I was decorating my house at the time and I was sick of being inside. So one day I was like, oh, I'm just going to take this review outside, and that was the Fujifilm 35mm f.1.4. That was my first outside review, and I loved it. And I was like, this makes sense. This is what I need to do. So from that moment, that little bit of serendipity, I was like, I'm going to carry on doing my reviews outside because this is meant to be. And it just went from there. I just snowballed of like, oh, where else can I take these reviews? And just went a bit crazy going outside everywhere, up mountains, you name it, because I thought, why not? And yeah, it all just really took off. People really enjoyed like the quirkiness, just the enthusiasm and the honesty, which meant the world to me. And to date, I think I'm sitting at like 2.6 thousand subscribers and over 180,000 views, which is incredible. And don't get me wrong, I am not about the numbers. I didn't start this to get loads of subscribers. I mean, to me, that's a lot. It's not millions, I get that, but more than one was a lot of subscribers. I didn't go into YouTube with any expectations about numbers. It's never really been about the numbers for me. I don't even ask people to like and subscribe to my channel. I very much just wanted to do it for me and my own personal growth and just share about honesty and heart. It's like people are enjoying it, and that's the main thing. People enjoying it, and yeah, I love that. When you put something out there and people are actually enjoying what you're saying and appreciate what you're saying, it does mean the world. It really does. And yeah, it's the community, and I've seen people from a year ago leave me comments and they still leave comments today, which is so sweet. When you see people, they've watched your whole journey along and the friends they've made, it's truly wonderful. It really, really is. Okay, I'm gonna really whiz through these pros because I just did a take and it took me like 10 minutes. So I'm gonna try to be really quick. I'll get to the point. So pro number one is that I've enhanced my photography, my filming, my editing, my sound, all these different skills I didn't have before, which has been fantastic because I love learning and growing in my photography. And I was at a point where I felt a little bit stagnant, and I think having this YouTube channel, doing reviews, doing cinematic stuff has really lifted all those elements, and I've learned so much about things I didn't know before, which is always good. Okay, number two is the support from the community, from everyone on the YouTube net. Like I have found, bar like one or two, most people have been extremely supportive, extremely lovely, welcoming, uplifting, supportive, blah, 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 all these things. And I cannot thank you all enough. It's so lovely to read your journey on photography when you leave me a comment. It's so lovely to see you liking my stuff and telling me about how you're doing. When you did that a year ago, it's so nice to see. So I think the community has been fantastic. So my fourth point, I don't know what I'm on, is since being on YouTube, my creativity has been just lifted. Like I felt sometimes I was just like, oh, what do I do now? But since doing the reviews and having different equipment, different lenses to try out, I wanted to push the boundaries of myself and do different things, provide new content, not just do repetitive stuff. And I have loved that. I've done reviews up mountains, been in forests, like doing acrobatic stuff, and I adore it. So the creativity it spurred me on to doing, brought out of myself since starting YouTube has been fantastic. And finally, my final positive is the fact that I have had a lot of support from a very small channel, but a lot of support from Fujifilm. They have sent me equipment to trial out and review, obviously send back, but it's so nice to build that relationship and connection with a company that I really enjoy using. I've got my camera sat just up there. I adore Fujifilm's equipment, and it's been with me through my whole photography journey since three and a half years ago. And I've not looked back with it. I love their stuff. So to have the company of the equipment you really enjoy support your channel, it's so lovely. It really is. So wherever that leads, I'm just so happy and grateful for them just giving me a try and just let me test out their equipment. It literally does mean the world. So yes. So that's my big positives, just really quickly merged together because that was 10 minutes and this is now like 2.5 minutes. That's a bit better. Okay, I will go on to the not so pros just now. Okay, I'm going to talk about the not so pros. Again, I just think it's really handy if you're starting out to be aware of these things because people don't talk about stuff like this. So I'm going to speed through them again really quickly. Speed run. Number one is, with any YouTube stuff, you're going to have to get new filming equipment, new sound equipment, new editing equipment, all these things you're going to have to get hold of to support your channel. You don't need to go crazy and buy loads of stuff, but just expect it is a little bit costly. And in terms of costly as well, time. You're going to take a lot of time to make your videos, and my videos take me hours. Maybe I'm just really slow, I don't know. People always like, when are you going to get the next review out? I'm like, oh, it takes hours, and this isn't my job. I have a job as well, so I'm trying to balance this in my life and living, and it's very tricky. So just bear that in mind. To begin with, you might have to put a lot of time, effort and money to start and lift it up, but it will be worthwhile afterwards, and once you have your equipment, you've really got it. But yes, time in terms of money, time costing in terms of money and time is something really to take into account when you're starting out. Okay, so going on to negative comments and things like this, I have had a few negative comments from people, but I don't really care, to be honest with you. I think it's a reflection of someone else rather than you, the negative comment. I don't mind constructive feedback, happy with that. I've had a lot of that, which I really welcome. I'm not afraid of getting feedback. I'm a big girl, I can take it, and it's good to have. Feedback is really good, so remember that. But being negative and feedback are very different, and I've had a few people just be nasty, which I don't like. And this would be my message to anyone who's thinking about leaving a negative comment, is just to not do it because you really could knock someone's confidence if they put a lot of time and effort into something and their heart into something. Yeah, you can really knock that just by saying something negative, and it would put them off forever, which would be a shame. So just go by the old rule: if you can't say anything nice, don't say anything at all. Be constructive, but don't be nasty, because you could really knock someone, and that's not nice. And finally, my final points would be do not take numbers seriously. And I think it's very easily able to do, is that right? It's very easy to do. You can look at subscribers, view count, all these statistics which YouTube provides you beautifully, but sometimes this can be too much of a focus. So don't make numbers your focus. Don't make just, that big number or whatever, what you go for. Make your photography, your enjoyment, your passion, that your focus, and create something out of that. Don't get hooked on this idea. You have to keep putting content out there to get views, to get numbers, because you'll ruin your passion, your enjoyment and your creativity, because it's focused on something that doesn't really matter. It's irrelevant to your work. And linking to this, numbers doesn't always equal good or bad. So you may have low view rates and think, oh, my work isn't good. That's not the case. Your work could be absolutely incredible, and it most likely is. It's just, unfortunately, the world of the internet is huge, it is vast, and sometimes stuff gets lost in that, or the algorithm doesn't work in your favor. So think of your title, think of your thumbnail to help with this, but don't ever think that your work isn't good enough just because of a number. That number doesn't dictate how good your video is. So please don't think like that. Don't ever let that get you down or put you off from continuing on YouTube. Just keep putting your work out there. Yes. And finally, remember at the beginning, progress is really slow. You might get 10, 20 views, and it might be like this for a while. It doesn't matter. Keep pushing at it, keep trying, and just keep testing the water with different things, different ideas, and see what happens. But don't let it stop what you're doing, and don't let it take away from your enjoyment. Okay, so that leaves me to just summarize this year, which has been incredible. I have enjoyed this journey on YouTube so much. It's weird because I don't normally like social media and I never used to watch YouTube as well. It's the irony of it, but actually it's changed my view and opinion and everything, and I have thoroughly enjoyed it. I've enjoyed the growth, the personal development, just the skills I've learned from my photography and filming. That's a massive thing, and just the people I've met along the way. So if you've watched this whole journey or just one video throughout this year, thank you so much, and thank you for your kind words, your support, your encouragement, and it means the world. It really does. Yeah, you never know how far or how much your words can really help someone, and they really have for me. And to see people leaving comments saying, oh, Victoria, I got this video, this lens, this camera body off the back of your review, and I'm absolutely loving it. You have no idea how much that makes me smile and makes me so happy. And I read it and I'm like, oh, because I'm not being paid for any of this. This is literally just my love and passion for photography. It's purely coming from the heart and an honest place. And then when people are saying they've got something off the back of that. Like it just, yeah, it fills you up. It's really lovely. So thank you so much. Yeah, thank you for a wonderful year. There'll be lots more videos on the way. I've just had a bit of a busy time at the minute because I've been abroad and catching up with videos, but there are lots more reviews on the way, including stuff for the XH2S, so keep an eye out because I really want to make a good job of that, so that's why it's taking me a bit of time. But yeah, my last words would be, if you're thinking about starting on YouTube, you're a little bit nervous, you're a little bit shy or unsure, just go for it. I promise you it will be worth it. Just keep at it, stick at it, trust your gut, trust your heart, and just go for it because there is nothing to lose. Yeah, just do it. And on that note, stay you, because you are amazing, especially you. Stay awesome, because you are. Stay wild, because this is what this page is about, being wild, and stay free. And until next time, you fantastic people, goodbye for now. Bye. I do this every time. I don't press the button, for goodness sake. Oh, where's my microphone gone? There. Why is it so far? Why is it on my shoulder? Oh, water on my lens. Why? It's always rain on me. That's a song. Why does it always rain on me? Is it because I've got trainers and aren't dungarees? What am I saying? I always forget. So Robin keeps landing on my camera. Eric, how do you think the year's gone, bud? Have you enjoyed it? You've been such great input for this whole year. You've really helped me a lot, like loads.